YouTube, and happy Saturday afternoon to you. Definitely. Hey, this is Tony. You are watching Faith and Coffee Bean. This is a YouTube channel where all I do is talk coffee and every now and share a little scripture. I'm actually a former pastor, so I like to give a little bit of encouragement here and there, but it's a lot of coffee. Y'all, I'm a coffee geek. This is my home coffee corner in my home office. And I really love making coffee. And really, if you click on this video, you can see the title of it is Finding a Cheap Way to Make Espresso. And, or finding, basically finding how to do it cheap. That's all it comes down to, guys. This is a new YouTube channel, so I really appreciate the love and support. This is a live video. Remember to like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube-y stuff. Definitely appreciate it. I love it when you comment. This new channel, it really means a lot to the growth of it. And the whole purpose of me doing this is really just to connect with the coffee community. And it sounds goofy, but to learn from you guys and just have some fun. I am not a professional barista. I'm a person who behind the counter a little bit when I was in college. Back when I was a pastor, I actually was part of a couple church plants, and I used to work for a church out in California, and we would kind of set up cafes with the churches and all that stuff. So I've got the coffee bug really young, and I've been involved in coffee. Well, a coffee freak whole life. There's just no other way to say it. But recently, in the last year or so, I really wanted to make sure. See, you guys, I watched a lot of YouTube. I watched people like Lance Hendricks, James Hoffman, Tom's Coffee Corner. I love Tom. Tom is awesome. He's got that engineer brain. And I watched a lot of folks, and I would watch. I've literally spent years watching these like YouTube folks, and I kept thinking, man, I really want to get like that Italian-made espresso machine, and I really want to get like something like the Lelite, or something real nice and fancy. And I kept looking and kept looking, and I'd watch all these videos. And the truth is, guys, I never trigger for years and years and years. I just didn't pull the trigger. I thought about, I just thought about like buying espresso machines and all that stuff. And I had a lot of, I'll be honest with you, during that time, either just French press or mocha pot, or I would have the pod machines, stuff in my house. And then just about a year ago, it just kind of like hit me. What am I doing? I'm like drooling watching all these folks with these awesome machines, and I'm not experiencing coffee for myself in my home. That's crazy. So I just, the reason why I wanted to make this video, so I want to tell y'all, there is so many cool, affordable options you can get for making espresso. I'm going to pull some here. This DeLonghi ECP is one of my absolute favorite machines, period. And I'm going to tell you a big giant. I got this thing on Facebook Marketplace for 40 bucks. Right now on Amazon, it's going for about 100 to about $200 or so. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's a really good deal for this type of machine. And if you want to see a really good comparison with this machine, literally, Tom's Coffee Corner, he gets this machine right against the Gaja Classic Pro as like a comparison of the two. It's in that caliber of espresso machines. Oh, 40 bucks. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I have Amazon links down in the description below. Anytime you purchase anything on Amazon, that's to give me a little bit of a percentage to support the channel. So if you want to show some love to the channel, it's awesome. Helps me buy some coffee beans. So, and all those links are down there below. But machine has just truly been my favorite workhorse when it comes to my budget espresso journey. So I'm going to go ahead, while we're talking, while we're chatting, I'm going to get some espresso pulled, because it is my time right about 1 o'clock almost, and I have not had my coffee for the day. My wife was like, went to bed, she's like, I just want to sleep in today and do nothing. And I'll tell y'all, Sometimes those are the best weekends. I'm going to be pulling one of my classic big boy shots, especially for the first shot of it. It's going to be at least a 20-gram shot. One of the best ways to make an espresso cheap is go on places like Amazon. I've gone to AeroPress and all that, but definitely Amazon. And get yourself some basic tools. One of the best basic tools that you will totally need in starting your coffee journey would be a pretty good scale. You could spend as little as much as you want, but the biggest thing is you just have something that's very dependable. And this one right here has been really great. I dig this scale. Just simple. It has a timer on it and all that, you know. I'm using the Danny Trejo coffee. This is Danny Trejo's, actors Danny Trejo's coffee. Trejo's Coffee Roasters out of LA. They are a local roaster. This was roasted not that long ago. I love that they put the roast date on there. Keeps it honest and easy, so you know exactly what. I'm going to be doing about 22 grams for the shot. This set I got on Amazon for like, I think $10 for the two together. So I can't beat that kind of stuff. Oops. I think the biggest thing that, you know, again, I keep stressing with, especially with this channel, is please just don't wait. You know, don't be like me for years and years and just watch folks on YouTube and different things and read trade journals, because that's crazy how crazy I am about cool coffee stuff. Be a participant. You know, I rather get something cheap and enjoy it and have some practice at making my espresso than not. The more something, the better. One of the big things that everyone always mentions is spend more on your grinder than your actual spinning. So I ended up going with this option because it really helped my budget. I picked this up for about $80 on Amazon. This is the Time War C3 Pro chestnut. And the truth is, what you can get out of these conical burrs in a hand is some very great results. The key thing with a hand grinder is you're going to have to spend the love and time doing it. So I do find that this is a great budget way to get started, is ahead and start with a hand grinder, spend your time. Also, you know, I've said this before, it just gives you that time to think about things and chill out. And to me, this is a hobby. Oh, I love the way these beans smell. I would say the biggest thing too is just do your research. You know, do your research. Go on Facebook Marketplace, get yourself a really good priced espresso machine. Wait for the hot deals. I know there's Amazon Day coming up pretty soon. You know, stuff like that. My secondary machine that I use, that's kind of my primary daily driver, is my Casa Brews 4700, and that is a 58 millimeter commercial size, basically portafilter that's on that thing. And here, let me show you some fun tools. It uses, this is the stock portafilter, comes with a double barrel stock portafilter, and a 2-cup and a 1-cup basically basket. Something way to start. I'm really happy I got that machine because it lets me play with some cool tools. But the truth is, you can make some great coffee up, like I said, that DeLonghi here. You know, I think you have to have 58 millimeters for so many reasons. Just because we're a commercial standard, and you know, you think that's what it takes to make good coffee, but the truth is, that's not what it's all about. You know, for me, I just wanted to have the two machines to have the ability to buy other tools because I'm a geek. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of my favorite little tools here. This is the blind shaker and bomber blind shaker. Do you need to blind shake? No, you don't have to. Definitely watch Lance Hendrick's video he just did. about to blind shake or not to blind shake. That was really good. I actually do blind shake even do a pour over. I've been guilty of even doing it when I do my AeroPress, which I'm telling you is not necessary for an AeroPress, 110%. But it does kind of homogenize your grounds together, and I like that. And I feel like it really gives me some great results. I picked this guy up for about 20, 30 bucks. Get on Amazon, and I really like MHW and what they do. A lot of my tools I'm going to be using are MHW. I also recently got some really, really cool tools from Yo. They're actually that's on Amazon. This is one of my favorite tampers for the 51mm. It's got a walnut finish. I think it's about 20, 30 bucks. But what I really like is that it's got great feedback, and it's got self-leveling lip. And that is just a big thing. Have that amount of pressure consistency is really huge. One thing you'll hear a lot with espresso is consistency. And the way you get consistency is just pressing. This portafilter is one that I picked up again. 20 bucks. I'm using the Precision basket, bottomless. And the basket was an IMS, and I think that one was about $20 or $30. Okay, so let's go ahead and lower this down a tiny bit. And what I like about this blind shaker is it's actually specifically for the 51mm. Cool thing is, if I use a dosing ring, I could use it with all different ones. I use it with my 58 a lot. Or I could just buy another one. But y'all, like the purpose of the video is, and like I said, I try to do things. Ooh, that is hot. That's some hot stuff right there. I have been letting this DeLonghi been get nice and hot. It's a boiler. And that is my favorite part about the DeLonghi, is that it's constantly getting hot in that portafilter. Okay, so I got my, this is a WDD tool, so Wise Distributor, and it's round. It really helps with the workflow because it's just easy. You just pop this thing on, get those grounds nice and mixed up. Of course, I used a blind shaker. Probably didn't need to do that. And I'm going to do some distribution. This is a distribution tool again. Guess where I got it? I promise. I don't just go to Amazon, but yeah. Good stuff. I mean, it's just the truth. I think I picked this up for about 20, 30 bucks at the time. But this thing has been really awesome. I love it because it actually has a tamper on the other side. I use it primarily as a distributor. Again, here's that Yo. Love the feedback here on this one. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? Looks awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my puck screen. Guess where I got it? $4. This is just a no-name thing. See, the thing is, I'm okay personally with buying things that don't have a big manufacturer name on it. You know, I'm okay with that. Do I think there's anything wrong with buying something that has like a very true tried name that's from Italy, that's from a a really reputable source? No. do it. If you can, trust me, do it. If it comes down to, hey, like I was mentioning before, myself, I was reticent to start my espresso journey at home because I just wanted to have something perfect. And y'all, that's kind of nuts. You know, if you really think about it, that's kind of nuts. I really call that YouTube blindness. That's that, I got to have everything perfect. And the truth is, it's just better just to try it and enjoy it and get practice. Okay, let's do a pull here. This is going to be a big pull. I'm not going to even measure this because this is just low-key, having some good time, making some coffee. This is my day. Brew your coffee for you. Don't brew it for other people. That's all I'm saying. I have not fired up this machine in a while. Ooh, look how slow I ground this. I went too fine with my grind. I'm okay with this though. Goodness gracious. See, this is the thing. I was dialing in. I didn't realize I had grinder kind of more for what I was doing with my 58 millimeter, and I was using a different, just a whole different system. All right, it's breaking through the puck. There we go. We're seeing some. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff. For like I mentioned, YOLO Yo. I've been using this for my 58 millimeter. This is a great tamper. There we go, breaking through. Man, I must have went way too fine on that thing. And that's the other thing too, is that you have a lot of folks on YouTube or on other platforms where they talk about things. Got to be a certain set rhythm and rhyme. And you know what the truth is? Those are great suggestions. And if anyone wants to put in the comments, is a good for me as far as making espresso, please do. I am learning. You can also reach to me on Instagram. But it's also just about making a good, like I said, a good cup of coffee for yourself. Cannot stress that enough. Make coffee for you. Don't make it for someone you've never met. Maybe you like the taste of a longer extraction or a bigger pull, or maybe you don't. I have a friend of mine who reached out to me and they're like, dude, I cannot stand how you pull your that was the weirdest thing, but I did respect it. They're like, it's cool, but I do it completely different. I totally. So this is 22 grams of espresso. So this is going to be, like I said, a big boy shot here. Yeah, I really should put my scale on there, but I know this cup. I'm saying it's at least 50 to 60 grams, at least. Oh man, let's go ahead and just give this a little taste, because like I said, I need my espresso. Okay, look at that beautiful crema. Isn't that gorgeous? This is one big cup of espresso. I mean, this is like hot king shot here. I mean, but that's beautiful crema. You can see how that comes right up to the top like that. That's awesome. Cheers, everybody. Give it a little smell. Very chocolatey, caramel. Oh man, that is one hot cup of espresso. Oh, goodness gracious. Like I said, I really let this thing get nice and hot. I also ran the boiler through a couple times of water mixture I made to help kind of keep the descaling down a bit. So this is a very freshly cleaned used machine. So y'all, this is really good. That was very, very tasty. I really, ooh, that's good. I've been loving the Danny Trejo coffee that I've been getting. It's just been really awesome. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Most of the time, it's an actor or a personality that's selling their stuff. Kind of like, eh. But because I know there's a local roastery and he has the donut shop, this has just been really top notch. I've been really, really happy with this. It's a blend. It's an origin like that. It's more. It is. I mean, the whole thing of would you consider blend specialty? I would think so, but and I love blends, but it is definitely a blend. They use with this one right here. I use this is the Mexican beans and Guatemalan beans, so basically like a Central American Mexican blend, which is what always I love the most. My Mexican heritage, but I love the beans from that region so much. Oh, that is so delicious. The biggest thing I'm just going to give you a suggestion is do your research. Don't be like me. Don't hesitate. Don't wait a bajillion years. The flared Neo Flex, Has been a lot of fun. It's $100. A lot of people say this is the best budget way to get into espresso. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a beginner, I am not gonna recommend the Flare Neoflex for you. Even though they do have a price, basically portafilter right here, and it comes with a lot of the tools you're gonna need right out of the box. If you are a person who already has an espresso machine and you're like me, you're kind of a coffee geek, and you want to learn more of the craft of it, or feel that tactile feel of pulling down the lever and pushing through the puck, and you're a big geek, it's awesome. I really love it. Personally, I really have enjoyed it. I've pulled a lot of shots with it. I just think that it's a really, really, really fun tool. And I would recommend anybody who is really coffee. So if you really love coffee, this thing is just really cool. The new version that came out this year has the pressure gauge and is just really, really awesome. I can't speak about it more. I love this thing. I love doing it. But if there was a person who's never really pulled espresso or whatnot, I do think there's a little bit of a learning curve. So if you're one of those folks that bought it, give yourself some time. I did a video and a lot of people watched it. And I pulled some really bad shots, y'all. I pulled some really bad shots. There's just no other way to say it. And I've been getting better. This is the bottomless, okay? And the puck screen just sits right up there. And then of course your coffee goes right into the chamber. I always recommend preheating it. They say you don't have to, but I do always recommend it. But this is a great budget way to go. A lot of big people in the coffee business say this can give you the best bang for your buck. I would recommend it, like I said, but I just don't recommend it for someone who's a novice. You know, get it because you really love coffee. Get it because you really want to get into it more. So that's my recommendation. Something like this Casa Brews over here, this is a really good way to go to. Y'all, appreciate you hanging out with me. There's a lot of cool tools that I have here. As you can see, go to my Amazon page if you want to check them out. Appreciate the love and support. Of course, like always, remember to like and subscribe. You know, the reason why I do this is to connect. So please reach out to me and say hello sometime. Sometimes, you do stuff and people don't realize this. I've actually had multiple YouTube channels. And I'm going to be honest, guys. We all kind of watch YouTube. We all watch things. But it's just really nice to hear back from somebody. It means a lot. So, and I don't even say that for like algorithm or all that. People always like, oh, you're just trying to get the algorithm. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm a creator. I like to make stuff like this. I put myself out there. So it's nice to hear back from folks, that either they're watching or they're like, hey, you're crazy. Sometimes I tell my wife all the time, I make a lot of these videos and I do share them. And I know my family is probably out there thinking, what is this crazy guy next? Anyway, guys, I really appreciate me, especially if you watch this whole video. Thank you so much. My name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Have a great day. Make some really good espresso, okay?